don't know what I'm doing. Oh my lord. But it is what it is. I've decided to do this, so I have to. So if you've accidentally come across this video, then I do apologize, because if you are looking for good quality content, this is not it. It just isn't. I'm using my, old shitty phone, and the audio is probably horrible, and I'm not good at editing. I don't know how to do it, so I'm just not gonna. So this is as real as it gets, basically. But I am using my ring light that I use for my lessons, so I feel incredibly professional right now. But yeah, whatever. So hi, my name is Christina, and this is my life. You have absolutely no idea what this is, and I'm gonna explain it, although this video is more for me. Yes, it's a very selfish thing that I want to do, because I feel like right now it's about time to do this. So basically, my entire life I've been collecting things. Like little tickets and receipts, and basically anything that would eventually remind me of the things that I've experienced, and like my life in general. And I've been creating these like memory boxes, and I've had a lot. I've been doing it for like 30 years, like not like I'm 31, but since I can remember, I've always like kept things. And I was hoping that one day, when I'm like 60 years old and I've got my grandchildren with me, we can like sit down and I can tell them about my life and shit like that. But let's be honest, like the question of children is quite difficult, because I've recently ended my last relationship, so like no children are coming, let alone grandchildren. So like it's just not gonna happen. It just isn't. But I do have a lot of things, and I feel like right now could be the perfect time for me to go through everything, because especially after the last relationship, I'm quite like emotionally unstable, and I'm just like not okay. And I just feel like there is a pattern, there is something that I do wrong there, because I'm just able to fuck everything up really easily. And I want to see, what I do and what I've done, and maybe like I can understand myself a little bit better, and I can like see what is going on. But this is not only about my relationships, because like my life has been a bit of a rocky road in general. I've been through some things and not really like happy times, and this obviously applies to everybody. Like everybody has got a difficult life, and everybody has been going through like certain things. And I feel like social media is a great world where people can connect to each other. And just because I personally do watch a lot of like random videos, and I love when people open up, and I love when they share their stories, and I love when they just talk about really deep things that people normally do not talk about. I just love that, and it really helps me. So in case there is like somebody who loves things like this, then you can go through everything with me, because let's say like I've suffered from anxiety and depression, and not feeling very happy like 90% of the time. I feel like nowadays it's quite trendy, isn't it? Like, yeah, everybody has got anxiety and panic attacks, but it's not fun. It's not. It's just not fun. So that is a big part of my life. I haven't got a good relationship with food as well. That's another issue. At some point, I was suffering from a rash, which was like all over my face, all over my body. I was battling that for about 3 years. So that was really like difficult time of my life as well. I was at the doctor's pretty much like every week. So that was beautiful. Then of course relationships, like I had like four like important ones that, you know, left me scarred and heartbroken, and it was not nice, let's say, especially like afterwards. Then another thing is that I come from a broken family. Is that a thing? No, basically my parents divorced, and I've never met my father, which is not an issue because my mum is the best woman in the entire world, and we've got an amazing relationship and friendship, and I've got a brother, so my whole life it was just the three of us, which is amazing, and I'm so grateful for it. And I'm quite happy that, you know, my father was not there, because like that made us stronger, if that makes sense. But eventually, like it means that I'm afraid of men. Especially like older men, do you know, like in their 40s or like in their 50s. I just don't know how to talk to them, I don't know how to deal with them, and it's a challenge. And actually I've got a little script in here, because I don't know what I'm like, yeah, what I want to talk about. So in case I'm looking down there, then it's like, yeah, my terrible handwriting that I actually cannot read, so fuck it. Another thing, another big part of my life is when I moved to England. I moved there by myself, without anybody, without having a job secured or place to stay. So that was a big moment for me as well, and the best experience and the worst experience of my life as well. After that, I basically like started my own business. Not like business, but I'm self-employed. I teach English. Currently I'm doing it online, and you know, getting there was quite difficult journey as well, let's put it this way. It was very emotional, and I've done some things. Oh shit, I spat everywhere. Getting, I don't know what I wanted to say. And in general, I'm just very awkward. I just am. I'm weird, and I've always felt weird like my entire life. Like my friends, my classmates, like I felt like I never like fitted in. And I found myself in like some situations where like everybody was having a great time, and I was just like sitting there, and I was thinking like, why am I not enjoying myself? Why don't I find these things interesting? And I always like wanted to leave, and I just felt like I'm different than anybody else. And that's the reason why I do my job, because I connect better with people on a personal level, and I love a deep chat, I love deep conversations, and that's not quite possible in like group settings, or let's say. Yeah, but never mind. So there is a lot of issues with me and with my broken brain, and I just want to understand what's going on. I want to learn from those things that I've done, and basically it's gonna be like really self-absorbed rambling, and I will have a little like selfish moment, but just because I find these videos quite interesting and I love them, I hope that my journey might potentially help somebody, so you would kind of like know that you are not the only one struggling with these things. So basically the plan is that I've got these things. It used to be in boxes, but this Christmas I've taken everything out of the boxes. I've put it into these bags, and I want to go through all of those things. So basically I've got things from my childhood, then I've got things from my first relationship, then my time in England, and then my last relationship, and my like teaching journey. And I would like to take all of those things out, you know, and bear in mind that all of the, oh my god, it's heavy. It's basically like pieces of paper. So this is full of paper and some like other little things that I've kept, and I want to go through all of those things and kind of like create little piles of the people that are important or were important, like to me, or my adventures and my family time and those relationships. And I would like to go like through it like quickly, you know, throw out the things that I don't want to keep, because this takes a lot of space, right? So, but I don't want to, you know, just throw it away. I just want to like process everything and process the memories, because basically like I've tried to do this, but when I was doing it like by myself, I would, you know, take something out and I would be like, oh, this is this and this is that and this is this, and I would not like fully process everything. I wouldn't fully like think about what it meant for me and who those people were, and what I've learned from those situations and how much those people affected me. And I want to do it properly, and I just feel like when I speak out loud and I'm like talking to someone, you know, my little imaginary friend, I might actually like tell the story and just like reminisce about things in a proper way, which was the point, right? This was the main point of me collecting all of those things. So I just don't want to like, you know, like take things and be like, oh yeah, this is this. No, I really want to like relive those moments and think about it in a detail, and you know, that's the point. And on the top of this, I actually do have voice recordings, because when I was in England and I wanted to practice English, I had nobody to talk to at that time, and I thought I would just like talk to myself, and I started like speaking out loud, and then when I was walking around, I just pretended that I was on a phone, and I was just like walking around, and then I realized that when I actually like record myself, then it makes me like speak in a more like coherent way, and I want to do the same with like my memories and all of those like items that I've got in here, because that was the point. So this video is more for me more than anybody else, and I'm gonna have my little selfish like moment, but I yeah, I need to do this. I just really need to, because there is something wrong. There is something wrong in here, and something is broken, and I want to understand what it is and learn from that, and maybe like have a little like, I don't know, like maybe it might help me with my confidence as well. And because there are so many things that I've been through, but I was just like not fully processing everything like in the moment. So I really want to go through those things, and there is a lot of like deep things, especially with those like voice recordings, because yeah, it was hard. I recorded some really deep things when like I was not happy, so I'm not excited to do that, to be honest, because it was emotional. So the plan is I'm playing with the glue, because like what I want to do is like sort things out, decide what I want to keep and what I don't want to keep, but at the same time I want to go through that. And with the things I do want to keep, I would like to create like a little scrapbook, and I would like to stick them on these pieces of paper. These are basically my weekly planners that I use for my lessons. I'm actually an English teacher. I don't know if I've mentioned it at all. Basically, I just don't know what I've said, but whatever. So these are my weekly planners, and obviously I don't want to throw them away, because you can see the process of my, you know, of my teaching and my journey. So the first one, I don't know if you can see that. The first one is like when I didn't have, you know, that many lessons, and also you can see the shifts that I had when I worked in a hotel. So you can see that, and there was not that many lessons at the beginning, obviously, but then, like, you know, slowly it started to build up. And when you look at the last couple of weeks, it's full. It's full. Basically, I've been teaching like 10 hours a day, having like 10 lessons, and I'm just so grateful for that. And I just love it, and I just love it. So this is a big thing. So I don't want to throw it away. So I want to glue those things on the top of there so I can keep like everything, because because I'm very sentimental, I'm very nostalgic, and I think it's important, like the things we've been through and things that happen to us, they make us who we are. As cheesy as it sounds, like it is like cool. Like I do ask this question a lot, and most of my students, they just don't care as much, and they just go through life, you know, like normally, I guess. But some people, they feel the same way, and they just love, you know, going through their past and learning from it, and just seeing what they've done. And just because our lives are just so busy nowadays, then like I really want to go through this. Basically, I think that might be it. Everything that I wanted to say, I guess. So I will end it here, and in the next video, I will actually start like going through all of these things, and we'll see how it goes. So wishing you a fantastic day, and maybe see you later. Bye. Bye. Bye.